Good morning, Veggie. Early rising girl. Good morning, Free. Michael Allen. Good morning, Nerdy. Good morning, Derek Anderson. Pacers. Good morning. I see you all, Herbie. Cleanie. Why do I have to yell Cleanie? Why can't I just say the word Cleanie? Why do I have to always go Cleanie? What's my problem, Cleanie? Cat meow. Good morning. Cleanie! Can it just be Cleanie? Hey, Cleanie. Cleanie! Hey, Cleanie. Can you help me out? Cleanie! Okay. Leave Cleanie alone, Pops. Good morning. Cleanie, it's true, though. Why do I always have to yell your name? It's out of control. Out of control, I tell you! You ever want to see the inside of a mushroom? You ever want to see the inside? Right, Herbs? Look at that guy. Jesus Christ. Who doesn't think that's cool? Right, Badgie? Good morning, Carlotta. Somebody tell me that they think that. Give me 5 people that think this is pretty cool. Give me 5 people. Five's really not that many. Used to be there were only 7 people watching, and I would say, give me 5. Good job. Seriously, Mushy. Used to be there were 7 people here, and then I would say, give me 5 people. So basically it was the whole audience. Now I still say 5. One of these days I'm going to say, give me 55 people. Nerdy, of course she's coming. Deborah wouldn't miss it for the world. No pressure, Deborah. Good morning. Good morning. Cleaning, what the tree is going on in your backyard? You have trees of THC trees. THC trees. What the heck is going on in your backyard? Wow. Just saying. I'm just saying. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Wazzy. Good morning, Carlotta and Higgs. Higgs! There's my buddy. There's my buddy. Good morning, everybody. Question and answer day. We're going to do question and answer for a little while this morning. I'm just going to do a couple of random factos to get us warmed up. Then you're going to have your questions ready for my answers. And then we're going to finish up with talking about auto-domesticating ourselves in a way that is more, is going to be more along the lines of our real nature than the one they faked us into. Okay? Sounds good. Good morning. Let's get started. Let's get the ball rolling. Let's roll the ball away. In ancient Greece, throwing an apple at a woman. See, if you threw an apple at a lady today, chances are you're going to jail. Where would you go if you threw an apple at somebody in ancient Greece? Where do you think you're going? You'd probably go to jail today. But in ancient Greece, if you threw an apple at a lady, you think you're going to the fruit market? Gasly says your head aches because you're going to hell, Pops. No, Gasly's correct. You're going straight to the altar. You're heading to the altar. Yeah. What? In ancient Greece, throwing an apple at a woman was considered a marriage proposal. Hold still, honey. Hold still. I'm gonna ask you a question. I'm gonna pop the question. If the woman catches the apple, it was considered that she accepted the proposal. So you really like each other. It's sort of an underhanded softball toss, right? But if you really don't like the girl, but you have to ask her to marry you, do you send a 100-mile-an-hour fastball at her? And do you? Seriously, do you wind up and just wing it? And if she doesn't like you, say you threw the softball pass. Oops, I didn't catch it. This is very complicated. There's a lot going on. I can see a lot of things going wrong with this plan. Okay, whack, marry me. No, she has to catch it, Carlotta. She has to catch it. I wonder if there's like a legal distance you have to throw it. Like a 2 to 3 inch throw would not count. Okay, imagine if she misses the first one. You fastball her ass with the second one. Well then, never mind. Is there a legal distance that they have to be apart? Come on, Deborah, would it count if it was just like a 3-inch toss? Would it count? Nerdy's wasted good. There's gotta be a distance, eggs. Okay, 106 mile per hour, apple ball, a fastball. What's the difference? Come on, seriously, somebody give me a difference. I mean, how far apart do they need to be? Minimum 5 feet. Even if we're not doing it, we're allowed to come up with a minimum distance in modern days. What should it have been? Come on, help me out with this, and I can move on. Toss is a toss. Deborah's letting the groom off for easy. Honey, just throw me a 3-incher. I'll be fine. I'm saying 5 feet, eggs. I'm saying a solid 5-footer. Okay. At 106 miles an hour. Okay. eggs is going 7 foot. I could do that. I'm kind of agreeing. That's 2 steps back. Not a problem. Okay. What kind of a ceremony is that? If she catches it. Man, so basically, you want your wife to be coordinated. Melody said 10-foot minimum. Basically, you're looking for a coordinated mush mouth saying, "Go long, honey." Turn left at the cut left at the trash can at the light pole. Cut left at the light pole. Now you made it, honey. Keep going. Hey, Mushy, you're not getting married, man. You're not. Okay, Hail Mary, Hail Mary. Someone catch it, just throw it into a crowd of girls. Okay. Oh, was. That's a good idea. Just go visit cheerleader camp. Go visit cheer a little further. Mushy's go a little further. A little further. I say we just go to cheerleader camp with a bushel of apples. Okay? If one of them makes a mistake and catches it, boop, you got yourself a hottie. Okay? Mosh is going to be at the end of today's show. Still, keep going, honey. Keep going. Oh, jeez. Watch out for the, oops. Oh, go to a woman's prison with a bag of apples. That's creepy, Jesus. I don't want to marry one in prison. No, jeez. Ancient Greece, they still are working on how to really actually ask a girl to marry a Melody. That won't work here. Okay? How about this? Okay. Apple bag. Oh, my bad. Mushy, leave her alone. You're never going to see her again. She fell off the end of the cliff. You know it, and I know it. You might as well have pushed her. Oh, gosh. Did you at least catch it? No. She's over the edge. Okay. New subject. Oh, that thing is funny. You guys made me laugh because you guys are funny. You people are funny. Okay? And I need, that's what we do, right? Ask Shy. That's how he gets ripped, his abs. He just tells a joke or two in the morning. Okay? Just a joke or two in the morning. Jennifer Garcia, ancient Greece. A man asks a lady to marry him. He throws an apple at her. That's what he does. If she catches it, she's saying yes. In 1987, how do you like this? How do you like the floating trash barge for eternity? How would you like to be the captain of the floating trash barge? How about that? In 1987, a barge left New York for North Carolina hauling 3,168 tons of trash. That's a lot of trash. 3,168 tons. And we know a ton's 2,000 pounds, right? Hags will do the math. North Carolina turned it away. North Carolina says, we don't want your trash. You're not allowed to bring it in here. They turned the barge around. That barge is still floating in the Atlantic, full of trash, looking for a home. Nobody wants it. Keep your own trash, pal. It traveled for 7 months trying and failing to find someone to take it. It sparked a national conversation about landfills and recycling. And the captain of the barge has never made it home. Anybody know what's the jingle? Cleaning, I remember it too, actually. It was international conflict, and it really isn't still floating out there. I forget where it ended up, but I made that part up. Pops is you know how he always adds a little something. I made that part up. But it floated for well over 7 months. State Farm jingle. What is it? What is the State Farm jingle? Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Something like that. Is that it? I know Bill is the captain's wife. He's using it as an excuse to never go home. Honey, it's still floating, and the barge is still out here, honey. The State Farm, is that what they did, Herbie? They torpedoed it? Are you serious? State Farm is there. Paige, right? Paige. Who wrote the jingle? Who wrote that jingle? Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Paige, come on, you know everything. Paige, you're like one of the smartest people on the planet. Elvis, no, Cleanie. No. Oh, I love Mayhem. I freaking love Mayhem. That guy was great. Oh, Herbie, they didn't really torpedo it. Dolly Parton, no. No. Chad, I think Chad did. You know who wrote that jingle? Barry Manilow. Barry Manilow. You know old Barry? Barry Manilow wrote that. I didn't know Barry Manilow was, well, I mean, back then I'm sure he was writing jingles for commercials. Yeah, Cleanie. You'll remember that for the rest of your life. D.B. Cooper. D.B. Cooper, we know that story. We know all about D.B. Cooper hijacking a Boeing 727 with a bomb. He demanded $200,000, 4 parachutes, and a fuel tank. Then he escaped by having the crew fly the plane. He jumped out the door and he was never captured. D.B. Cooper. What an incredibly weird story that is. I'm pretty sure, Shine, that's your backyard. I'm pretty sure he died. I think he died on that night when he jumped. Based off of everything I've read, and there was a while there I was trying to be a D.B. Cooper expert and read everything that was out there about it. And the most interesting thing is how they found that money along the side of the riverbank years and years and years later. But yeah, D.B. Cooper, what a crazy story, right? Chicken was considered a luxury food in the United States. It was considered a luxury food in the United States until the discovery of vitamin D in 1922, which allowed chickens to thrive indoors during the winter seasons. I'm pretty confused. What are they talking about? So on a farm before 1922, chicken was a delicacy, considered a good thing. What? They've been eating chickens forever. How did a chicken become something special after the discovery of vitamin D? We need to look into that. It allowed them to thrive indoors. Oh, I see. So now you can farm more chickens because you can farm all winter long. Now you'll have a glut of chicken meat. Therefore, it's no longer a luxury food. What? I don't want chicken to be a luxury food. I just want it to be like one of the white meats. Please don't make it a luxury food. A scientific study demonstrated that duct tape. Now remember, duct tape is not spelled D-U-C-K. No, it's not used to hold a duck's mouth closed, even though you could. Duct tape, D-U-C-T. What was duct tape originally made for? What's the whole idea of duct tape? To tape pieces of ducting together, usually an air conditioning or a heating ducts, usually made out of some kind of a tin or an alloy, something like that, right? It was made to hold and put ducts together. Not ducks, U-T-U-C-K, ducts, the ones that are heating us up and stuff, cooling us down. A scientific study demonstrated that duct tape, quote unquote, failed reliably. I don't want to ever be told, you know that old guy, he failed reliably. Failed reliably and often quite catastrophically, unquote, at sealing ducts. It doesn't work. It works for everything else. but according to scientists, it will reliably fail. Armani. Anybody have an Armani suit? I don't. I can't afford one. I don't know if I'd wear one if I had one. Well, I probably would, like to somebody's wedding or something. Armani, aren't Armani supposed to be some big shot stuff? I really don't know because I'm not a fashion plate. Is Armani some kind of a big shot situation? Armani, help me out here. Are they like men's fashion? Do women have Armani? I'm seriously asking. I don't know. All I know is, I just put expensive and Armani kind of go together. What's going on with Armani? Is that something girls wear? It's just fancy clothes. Armani is supposed to be couture fashion, but it has many different levels of affordability. Thank you, Paige. I don't do brands either. Armani. Pops would have some super fly shoes with that Armani suit. Oh, yeah. Alligator shoes or something like that. So Armani comes along and they sue this guy. Armani says, wait a minute. You're using our name, Armani.com. You're using our name. And we're suing you, so you have to stop using our name. And they have like a lot of lawyers and stuff, so they could do this. Okay? Finds out that the guy they're suing's name is, wait for it, Armani, Mani. He was just using his own name, Armani. Did a little email situation, and the next thing you know, you didn't buy one of our suits and you can't use our name. What? I'm using my name, dude. Gene Wilder. Ridiculous. Niffy, leave the guy alone. He's just got an email account. He's not trying to sell knockoff Armani suits. That would be another story. Okay, have a good day, Michael. Excuse me. One final one. Let's do a final one, and then I'm going to question and answer time. Okay? Oh, well, congratulations, Michael Allen. You'll do great. Gene Wilder refused to take the role of Willy Wonka. Would Willy Wonka even be a good movie if it wasn't Gene Wilder? Who else could have done it? Yul Brynner. Telly Savalas. I'm trying to come up with someone right around the same time frame. Who could have done it? Lorne Greene. The guy from Bonanza, he could have been Willy Wonka. No. Who else could have been Willy Wonka? Hair care. Who else could have been Willy? Rodney Matthew's going, Rodney Dangerfield could have pulled it off, Pops. I don't think so. The whole time I'm watching the movie, I'd go, that's Rodney. And I don't have any respect for him. Pacers, I loved Bonanza. So who else could have been it? Besides Gene Wilder. Robin Williams. Not bad. Not bad. Bill Murray. Look at you casting directors out there. You guys are like casting directors now. Chevy Chase could have pulled it off. Gene Wilder almost didn't. He refused to take the role of Willy Wonka unless his character could make his entrance limping out of the factory and doing a somersault. I'm not taking the role, you guys, unless you let me limp. Opening scene, here's the deal. I'll take the role on one condition, two conditions. Opening scene now. I'll be Willie. I'm willing to be Willie if you let me limp out and then do a somersault. Well, I don't know. What do you think? Do you think we should, we do want Gene. I don't know. Can you really do somersaults? I don't know. What the studio execs have to think about that one for a little while? I don't get it. I don't get it. Alrighty. So no, only Gene Wilder could have been Willy Wonka. Everyone else has some really good ideas out there, but I'm sorry, casting director says it's Willy. We'll let him limp, we'll let him somersault, and he gets the role. So it is. Get it? Somersault gets the role. Get it? You see what I did there? Penny sees what I did there. Okay, Donald Trump as Willie. Oh, God. Stop it. I didn't read that out loud. Shh. I took it back. Okay. Oh, he thought it would present him as unpredictable to the kids. Jonathan Kay is like a Willy Wonka expert. Okay. It's got the Oompa hair. Stop, Pops. We got to get serious now and talk about serious stuff. Okay? No. More rando factos or question and answer time? Which do you want to do? It's up to you guys. It's your show today. More rando factos or questions and answers? I'm a Wonka PhD. No, you're not. Jonathan Kay is. Jonathan Kay teaches the class. Okay? All right? Question and answer. Give me a question. Somebody asked me a question. Go ahead. Come on, fly a question at Pops. Oh, good morning. I'm having a good morning, you guys. I love you guys. I hope you guys enjoy it here as much as I do. Give me 5 people that say I really enjoy it here. I already know you do, but I want to hear it anyways. Okay, Antonio Camacho, have a great day. How's the Mush Jet doing? You know what? We still haven't completed the designs on that badgie. We haven't completed that. Thank you for checking in technologically, but we're working on it. Ghastly, appreciate you. Thank you, Christopher Lawson. I do too. There you go. Herbie's keeping the wrench alive. Billy D loves it here. Oh, I do have a mush fleet. Oh, you guys. I'm out of control. Wait for it. Wait. I'm out of control. See, I'm building a war game. Those are already painted ones. That's a little guy waiting for the show to finish. Then, these are going to be all my background pieces. I still have to landscape those. Here's some pieces some of these are done. But the idea is to have this right here. It's going to be a background on the war game table. And then you can modularly arrange these pieces depending on what your game setup is. So and it's a age of sales game where it's going to be their boats, sailboats, and you'll have to factor in wind direction and speed. You'll have to factor in all kinds of factors about the boats and sailing the boats across this fake ocean stuff. So it's just a kind of a hobby that's keeping me busy between my grow sessions. And normally I take a lot of this time that I've been investing in this, and I don't spend a lot, but I'm pretty fast. I'm going to brag here for a minute. I've won national awards for making museum layouts and stuff like that. And Tom Hanks, I did a layout at his house and stuff like that. For a while there, I was like a professional modeler, getting paid to do this, make models for guys, and they'd put it on their train sets, things like that. But this is a war game thing that Brock and I are like strategy war game guys. So I'm just kind of creating this little world. And then Brock's doing a neat thing too, because mine's very realistic, like granite cliffs and stuff. Brock's doing this like phantasma world thing. Wait till you see his IG page. Just showed some of the pictures. Doing his foam and painting work. It's pretty fascinating. And don't forget, I come from the age of the 60s and the 70s when miniature work at the studios was like, that's how they did everything. There wasn't CGI, there wasn't AI now. It was like if you wanted to blow up a train for a scene, somebody had to build a little miniature train and have a realistic background and everything, and then they would film that, and they'd blow up this little miniature train, and you, oh, okay, boom. So I was in the hotbed of that area too at the time. I don't know why I'm talking about this, but I'm really having fun re-exercising some of these old skills that I put a lot of my brushes and paints and stuff away, and I'm just pulling it out and having a good time. And it's filling in space between I'm heading to my grow house once or twice a day. And what's interesting is I've backed off in trying to make the grow house. Those of you that know me know that 3 years ago I had a couple of monotubs going. Now we have a house filled with, the growth is exponential, but I can't keep growing. I literally have to throttle back. I'm having to throttle back in a lot of places because risk factors, extending myself in directions that are going to could potentially cause problems a little bit further down the line. So it's very hard for me, and just the way I work, to pull my reins in and just sort of like, okay, I can work on status quo. It's hard. I'm always pushing my own personal envelope to like get bigger, do more. So what's happening now is I'm able to do this. This is sort of filling in that space while I wait for the next big bump in our growth. This is the lull. This is the lull in our growth spurts. And you know what? I don't lull very well. Some of you know me. I don't lull very well. I stay pretty busy. Yes, Bill do. Yes, I have a partial investment in a laboratory / farm in Oregon, right near Eugene. So yes, as a matter of fact, I could be going there this weekend. I'm not sure. I'll find out later. But yes, we do. And that's what's the best part about that place is we're growing huge volumes of stuff that we then turn around and we're using for testing and other purposes. Not so much trying to get the fruit in people's hands as figuring out what more we can do with that fruit. That's why the company like got me so excited yesterday was the gel company, the soft gel. That's the kind of stuff that we want to be looking at. Forwarding delivery systems. What's a better way to get our psilocybin medicines in people's hands in a completely reliable way? So those are the things. Yes, we're still having our visits to Oregon very, very regularly. So any other, does somebody else have a question? I'm just rambling here. I'm sorry. But I'm excited about my modeling. I can take a piece of cardboard. I can take a piece of cardboard and a piece of foam and turn it into, something reasonably looking reasonable. Okay. Alaskan Thunder. I don't know anything about that, Michael. Michael Brown. Alaskan Thunder. We've got about 10 more minutes of questions and answers, and then I'm going to move to our talking about how we can auto-domesticate ourselves in better ways. Drone delivery, free, one of these days. One of these days. Right? One of these days. They're working on it in a lot of different places, a lot of different ways. Drone delivery. That's pretty cool. So Ghastly, Michael Brown, you're getting your answer. Michael Brown, you're getting your answer. There's a bunch of people here who know something about it. Have I isolated any monocaryons for breeding? No. No, I have not. Jesus Christ, I'm not doing that. I'm sick of the plastic. Jesus. You want it to be anatomically correct? Okay. This is beautiful. I had a great help from people. Okay. Cleaning got a message retracted. Okay. I'm just reading my screen here. All righty. I feel like we can move on to the next. You know what I'm just going to go back to, Mushy? I'm going to do another rando facto. Okay? I'm just going to do another rando facto. Who let Jesus out of the pool? No, I agree with you. I agree with you. RMS Titanic. You know the old Titanic, the crap. It's funny how, I don't know why our human culture, we're still interested in the Titanic 100 and something years later. I am. Not so much the movie or so much like, certainly the submarine that went down to the wreck and got itself imploded. But just there's something fascinating about that darn Titanic. Still is. And you know what the shame is? They were so close to it not happening at all. And secondarily, there could have been so many more people saved than the amount of people that went down. RMS Titanic fired 8 emergency flares before sinking. I know, Mike, why do we like the Titanic still? A ship in the area called the SS Californian saw the flares and that the ship appeared to be a little uneven in the water. The crew told the captain, who did not believe that the rockets were fired in distress, kept on going. According to this, at that time, all or almost most of Titanic's passengers could have been rescued. Oh, let's do another Gene Wilder. Let's do another Gene Wilder real quick. I didn't know this about old Gene. Gene felt like it was his job to make you laugh. I mean, it was almost like a labor. I have to make them laugh, right? I wonder why. I wonder if he was domesticated at the age of 8. I wonder if he was domesticated, like we talk about it here, at the age of 8. Especially since we find out that his mother had rheumatic fever, which was virtually a death sentence then. His mother had rheumatic fever, and the doctor told him, little baby Gene, 8 years old, probably the only thing that'll save your mother is if you can make her laugh. Good luck, little 8-year-olds. I have a feeling he was trying to make people laugh for the rest of his life from that program. It's got a lot of a pressure on a kid. You better have a good stand-up. Yeah, Badgie, your stand-up better be good tonight. Your mom's life depends on it. What? Doc, what'd you do to that kid? If you really want to help her, son, you got to get in there. And he meant well. I'm sure you got to get in there and you got to make her laugh. And he's like, for the rest of his life, man, I want to be Willy Wonka. I was. Oh, wow, I thought my programs were bad. Comedians. There's a lot of trauma in a comedian, I think. Gosh darn, I'm sorry. Give me a second. Oh, wow. That's kind of sad. All right. Okay. Just a real quick question. Do you think, this is just a quick question, I'm going to get ready to move into the book. Do you think that the lady that wrote Frankenstein, it was a lady, and her name was Mary Shelley, right? And she wrote the book Frankenstein. Let me ask you a quick question. You ready? How do I put it? Do you think that Mary Shelley suffered from depression? Who wrote the book Frankenstein? Look at everybody's like, absolutely. Are you kidding me? What? Depression, anxiety, isolation, body dysmorphia. She probably had every one of them. Fascinating book. Loneliness? Yeah, probably. She probably. I think maybe. The answer is yes. Yes. Mary Shelley suffered from debilitating bouts of depression in her adult life. Okay. Woo! Poor lady. But a great book. I remember reading it when I was younger. And just the whole time I'm reading it going, they mashed the story around a little. This isn't exactly what the book says, some of these movies and stuff. They switched a few things around. If they'd have stuck to the original story, it would have been a lot better. Let's, thank you for timing Matthew Thurmond out. That was an awkward question. Thank you. So let's get to our book, The 4 Agreements. Before we do, though, let me give one of them away. Anybody need a 4 Agreement book and maybe a little supplement pack to go with it? If you don't have the book, and you feel like if I sent it to you, you would read along, I have 3 of them sitting here, and I'd like to give 2 of them away right now. Give me a number between 1 and 20. Give me a number between 1 and 20. And the first person to give me the correct number between 1 and 20 is going to get a book and a little supplement package. Okay? Give me a number between 1 and 20. Let me get a book out and a little supplement. Greenie table. Greenie, it's an 8. 8 was the number. Good job, Greenie. 8. 8 was the number, the first number between 1 and 20. Greenie, do me a big favor. Send me your address. And I'm going to send you a book and a little supplementary package. Okay? So get that to me, Queenie, and I'll get that to you. Greenie. Get that to me, and I'll get that to you, my brother. My brother from another mother. We met in person at the last Mush Fest, and I for a minute there, I thought, am I going to get a bro crush on this guy? I have a feeling I'm gonna get a bro crush on him. And I came really close. I came really close to having a bro crush on Greenie. But I'm sorry, Greenie. Laws came along. Okay, let's go to page 10. Let's go to page 10. We had been talking about judges inside of us and victims inside of us. I love you, Greenie. Okay, love you, bro. Penny! But then Waz came along, and then his hair, it just did something to me. I don't know, man. Pro crushes. Badgie, I have one on you. Badgie, I have one on you. So trust me. I have plenty of room for crushes. Okay. Greenie, Waz got us all, I think. I think Waz probably walked out of there with more bro crushes than the rest of us. I don't know. I had one. I haven't seen Gypsy Lifer in a minute, but I had one on Preston. I have one on Michael Shanti Patterson too. I got one on Derek Anderson. Man, I got one on Nerdy. All right. I feel like I'm missing somebody. I don't want to miss anybody. Okay. Bro crushes. They're okay to have. Matter of fact, I feel like they might even be healthy to have friends, men friends. Give me 5 people that think, you know what? Men don't do friends as good. Men, it's usually we hang out with guys at work, and then so we don't work there anymore. We don't know them anymore. Who thinks having friends around we call bro crushes probably pretty healthy? Probably pretty healthy, huh? We wouldn't have admitted that a long time ago. I said, don't touch me, man. We even learned how to do bro hugs and everything now. You know, the old hug with the arm. You fist them on the back. You know what I'm talking about? Nippy, you have a lot of friends here. Lots. We have more friends here than most people have. Do you know that? Most people have 2 or 3 or 4, maybe friends. People here have 65 friends almost every day. Neo Simplex. Normalize bro love. Yes. My dad would have never hugged another man as long as he lived. So we have victims and we have judges inside of us. We have a victim, we have a judge that's learned how to judge us from the book of the law that was put in his brain, our brain, programmed in by all the authorities in our lives. And it's natural. You're not bad because you have a book of the law. Everybody does what was put into us. You're not bad if you have a name. Everybody has one. It was given to you. So now what are you going to do when you know about it? That book of the law created a judge. The judge sits in there and he goes through the law book and he goes, yep, you broke this law and you broke that one and you should feel guilty, you feel ashamed. And then he turns to the victim that's inside you. And now the judge is talking to the victim. And your victim talks and looking back at the judge, go, oh, I'm sorry, I'm guilty, I'm depressed, I'm anxious. Matter of fact, that one's going to give me PTSD. And the victim responds to the judge inside of us. There's where your mental health is declining. That's where your mental health's declining, right there in that conversation. The judge says, first of all, we say, yeah, you're right, judge, I'm not good enough. And the judge turns around and goes, you're absolutely right. I've been telling you that forever. You're not good enough. So once the victim admits to the judge all his faults, the judge doesn't, okay, well, now you're off the hook. Tell 2 Hail Marys and don't do it again. No, the judge keeps it up. The judge keeps his foot on your neck. Anybody ever had a judge inside them that would just keep, man, it wouldn't let up. It keeps his foot on the neck. It keeps telling you you're right. When you tell me that you suck, you're absolutely right. You do. You don't deserve anything. You should stay home and pout all by yourself. Yeah, that judge, he isn't one of those law and order judges where, I'm going to be balanced and be justice. This is one of those like Roy Bean hanging judges. And this is all based off of a belief system that we didn't even choose to believe. The whole setup. It's based off of a belief system we didn't even choose. Boop. This is your new belief system. Welcome to humanity. We're also going to give you a judge. And every judge needs a good victim. Boop. We'll put one of them in there too. And men and women walk around on the planet Earth today filled with this. The dream of the world. It's called a matote. Complete chaos. And we wonder why there's wars. And we wonder why some of us can't even get along with our neighbors. I don't wonder why anymore. I know why. How's my judge going to agree with your judge? The beliefs are so strong, even years later when we're exposed to new concepts and we're allowed to make our own decisions, we find that those beliefs can still control our lives. Whatever goes against the book of the law will make you feel funny. Even if the book of the law says it's wrong, somehow or another those laws, that judge, the program, there's a safety streak in there. You go back to it because you're safe. That's why we need a great deal of courage. Courage. We need a great deal of courage to change our own beliefs. It's not even my job to change yours. I have to change my own. I have to look really at myself deep, courageously. Why do I think these things? Where do they come from? How young is my ego? That little brat. The one that I've been listening to, and he's like 4 years old. I listen to like a 4-year-old ego. And it takes courage to say, you're pretty stupid to listen to a 4-year-old ego. Let's mature the ego a little bit. Courage. Courage because why is it courageous? Because you're going to face pain. You're going to see stuff you didn't really feel like seeing. You're going to look at some stuff and go, whoa. Even if we didn't choose these beliefs, some of them I don't agree to anyways. The agreement is so strong that even if we understand the concept, even if we kind of know it's not true, we can still feel the blame. Yeah, that's bullshit. Still feel guilty. Yeah, well, that can't possibly be. Man, I still shouldn't have died. Still, man, I'm ashamed. Guilt and shame occur if we go against these rules. It's an automatic. Try to change your program. You're not sure. Guilt and shame is going to come around. It's courageous. You're going to face these things. When you're looking at your program and saying there's things I need to change, there's agreements that I have that are wrong. Just as the government has a book of laws that rule a society's dreams, our belief system is the book of laws that rule our personal dream. All these laws exist in our mind. We believe them. And the judge inside us bases everything on those rules. The judge decrees, and the victim suffers the guilt and punishment. But who says there's justice in this dream? Here's the key. This is a good one. This goes back to, how do you have a healthy relationship? You know what most of us do? We keep heaping on the guilt and shame. We keep reminding the other people of the thing that they did against you, how they harmed you. Even if you're not reminding them, you're reminding yourself. You know what the key's going to be right now? This is beautiful. This is what my sister, I told you guys a couple of weeks ago, my sister treats her husband like a dog. Like a dog. You know why? Because your husband makes a mistake, period. Judging him and victimizing him for the next 27 years, is that going to help the relationship? Telling her what a creepy bag mommy, boop, bop, boop, holding out intimacy and goodness and kindness because she should suffer like I suffered. Are any of that good? I think we all know that's really bad, but we do it. Especially because we modeled it, our parents did it, so of course we're going to do it. You know what? I love my husband like a dog. True justice. True justice is paying only once for each mistake. You don't go to jail, get out, and then they go, oh, by the way, you got to come back in, and you got to spend another 2 years in here for that crime. Okay, I'll spend 2 more, but geez, this isn't very fair. You get out, and they go, okay, here's your release papers. By the way, come back in here. We're going to give you another 2 years. That's not justice. That doesn't happen in the justice world. You commit a crime, you pay your time, you're done. You rehabilitate who you are, and you go be good in society. Been there. True injustice is paying more than once for each mistake. How just are you to the people in your life? How just are you to the people in your life, let alone yourself? Do you make people pay more than once for their mistake? Do they have to pay continually? That's unjust. That's unjust. You're never going to have a good relationship, especially because you're doing it to yourself just as often as you're doing it to some outside person. We do it to ourselves. We remind ourselves, yep, remember when you were a piece of shit? Remember when you were... That's unjust. You paid for your mistake one time. You wipe the hot dog water off and you get back to work. Fourth agreement. You do your best. But the judge inside of us, oh, he likes to see you do time. 2 years, you're out. 2 more, you're out. 2 more, you're out. 2 more. And that's just one crime. That's just for one crime. Do you think we just do one crime? No, I do crimes all the time. Not so much anymore, but I'm pretty criminal. I had to teach myself to not pay over and over and over and over and over and over and drink and drug about it. I'm so tired of paying for my crimes, I just want to be dull. So let me drug. Instead of saying, man, I paid for it one time. That's it. You're not getting me for another one. Nor will you ever see me do that crime again. It didn't feel very good. Do you guys hear what I'm saying right now? I want you to look at your lives and understand that you're doing this. You're doing this to yourself, and you're doing this to people that you live with and that you love. You're being unjust. How do I know? Because I do it. We're being unjust. Every time you're getting ready to hold it against them again, hold it against yourself again, you're being unjust. That's not growth. That's not mental health. The mentally healthy people go, I made a mistake. Boop, moving on. I'll fix it. I'm responsible. I'm accountable. And now I moved on. The unhealthy people, oh, I don't know what I'm going to do. I did it again. I hope I don't. And that's it. Curtains closed. Couch. Anxiety. Solar plexus on fire. We do it to ourselves by being unjust. How many times do we pay for one mistake? The answer is 1,000 times. The human is the only animal on earth that pays 1,000 times for the same mistake. You know what animals out there in nature do? Whoops, I'm not doing that again. Or their foot's caught in the trap and that's it, they're done. Oops, that mushroom didn't go down very well. It must have something in it. I'm not supposed to eat that. They learn, and then they don't hold it against the person that or the place they learned it from. We're the only animal on the planet that decides I really should suffer 1,000 times for that one occurrence. Wow. My dog doesn't. Ruff's like, you already forgot I pooped in the basement 3 weeks ago, right? Yeah. That was 3 weeks ago, bro. Get over it. I'm telling him to get over it. The rest of the animals pay only once for their mistake, but not us. We have a powerful memory. We make a mistake, we judge ourselves. We find ourselves guilty, and now it's punishment time. Wow. Herbie was after you. If justice exists, then that one time was enough. We don't need to do it again. But every time we remember, we judge ourselves again. We're guilty again. We punish ourselves again and again and again. If we have a wife or a husband, he or she also reminds us of our mistakes. So we can judge ourselves again, punish ourselves again, find ourselves guilty again. The author asks, is this fair? Right, Cleanie? Is that fair? Is that healthy? How many times do we make our spouse, our children, our parents pay for the same mistake? Well, my sister figured this one out a long time ago. Once. Just like the dog. You put the dog outside, it pooped in the basement, you give it a little punishment. That's it, it's over. The dog's gonna learn, don't do that. Everybody wins. Every time we remember the mistake, we blame them again. And we send all that emotional poison we have, and not all that emotional poison that we feel at the injustice. And then we make them pay again for their mistake. The judge in the mind is wrong. Because first of all, the belief system, the book of laws, wasn't even his in the first place. It was planted. And now he's doing this judging from the planted, and he won't let you off the hook. He keeps sending you back to jail. Well, I'm about to say F that judge. I'm about to fire that son of a gun. He's about to lose his job. By the way, he lost his job here a long time ago. The whole dream of the world, in fact, is based on false law. 95% of the beliefs we have stored in our minds are nothing but lies. And we suffer because we believe those lies. Because we let the judge tell the victim. One more paragraph. I'm not trying to end on a negative note, but we are sort of going to be there just based off where we're at in the book. But Cleany's saying the right thing. It's time to just give yourself a pardon. Like, let it go. And it's not even that. It's time to stop believing that book of laws that was given to you. It's time to have a new book. Seriously. That's what's the most beautiful thing about this book and why I sell it. Not monetarily, but why I preach it. It makes so much sense to me. I get rid of all of the other laws. I get rid of the whole book. All those 95% of which is lies anyways planted. Social bullshit. Religious bullshit. Authoritarian BS. All of it. And I get to replace it with 4 simple new agreements. That's my new laws. These 4. I can count to 4. And my judge doesn't get away with the law if he can only say you're guilty of number 1, 2, 3, or 4. He can't come along and say you're guilty of number 68. There is no 68, jerk. Get out of here. There's only 4. And I only pay once when I make a mistake. I'll only pay once. One of the reasons for that is self-love. I love myself enough not to continue to punish myself. I love myself enough to learn from that mistake, not do it again. I love myself enough to have a healthy book of laws in my head, a healthy 4 agreements. We'll pick this up next week. Are you guys liking this book? Are you liking hearing this? You're off the hook. You're off the hook. You got a judge put in you. You got a victim put in you. It's, hey, it was none of that's any of your fault. But now you have a lot of information. You're getting more and more information every day. Now you're going to start becoming more and more responsible. So, oh, wow, I never knew that. Never heard of it. Never thought of it that way before. Good. Now's the time. Now's the time. Now's the time. Now it's a good time. Especially, the biggest message I want to take away from today is people pay for their mistakes once in a healthy relationship. Once. And they should pay. You make a mistake, fix it. Pay once. You want me to keep paying and paying and paying and paying? I'm not gonna, that's not a person I'm gonna keep in my life. It wouldn't be healthy. Why don't I should just take a cup of poison every day. A little toxicity every day. Never hurt anybody. Let's do one more giveaway. Let's do one more. Let's get one more book and supplement package out of here. Give me a number between between 30 and 50. 30 and 50. Give me a number between 30 and 50. I'm going to send you a book and a supplement package. Carlotta, good. We pay for our mistakes once. That's it. If they keep making the same mistake over and over, find a different person to hang around. That's not that hard. They're not on the same wavelength you are. I'm still looking for that number between 30 and 50. 30 and 50. And I'd like to give you a book and a supplement package. Give me a number between, there it is, Mike Baraball. Mike Baraball. Good job, Carlotta. Mike Baraball. 48. Mike said 48. He was the first 48 I saw on my screen. Mike, I haven't sent you anything in a little while. This is going to be fun. I'm going to send you a book, and I'm sending you a supplement package. Something in the neighborhood of 3 or 4 grams of fun stuff. Good, healthy medicine. And send me your address, though, Mikey. I'll need to get your address. Okay? You guys have had an amazing week here. I'm learning to continue to follow these agreements myself. If I can sit in front of a phone and shout at you guys to do something, then it's incumbent upon me to do it myself first. It's incumbent upon me. I can't sit here in front of you and tell you to only make people pay for their mistake once. If when I leave here today, I go make Brock pay for like another mistake 52 times. I can't do that. I can't do anything that I'm not talking about. And I'm usually trying to do it first. Okay? Go have a wonderful weekend. Thank you for helping me grow this team and this crew. We're doing a phenomenal job here, you guys. We're saving people's mental health. I won't say we're saving lives, but we're improving quality. Majorly improving quality. And that's because you guys are here, and you're funny, and you're kind, and you're sweet, and you draw people to you. And you need to know that about yourself. You're not a bad person. You're not broken. That's the judge from the world told you that. You know what you are? You're exactly what you're supposed to be. One mistake at a time. Nipper, have a good day. Herbie, you were the greatest here. Thank you for everything you always do. Jesus Christ and Cat Meowzilla. Pacers is quite a guy. Penny Pack, have a great weekend, Penny. Niffy, you too. Kimberly, don't we miss her? Trent, thank you for being here. Shiny, Melody, and Michael, Shanti, let's make a difference together, you and I. Homeboy, Paige. What a great girl. Kimberly, Mushroom Farmers Guild. Jonathan Spell, thank you for being here. Satter and Mike Baraball and Nerdy. And Nurs, there's Nurs. And T. Anderson, Greenie, love you, bro. Jolie, you too. Cat Meowzilla. Penny Pack, packing a penny. Jonathan, thank you for finding us. Cleany, Green Table, Satter Wolf, Kimberly, Tiffany, have a wonderful weekend, sweetie. Badge, there's one of my bromances. Jesus Christ, Mushroom Guild, Billy T, another crush guy. Nipper Mama, Shine, Homeboy, Mike Baraball. Kimberly, Neo Simplex, hi Neo. Carlotta, love you. Hair Care, Free the Ancient Ones, Mizu, Summer Wheat, nice to have you here, doll. Mushy, you're the best. Go long! Vegas, Marcus, I talk. Herbie, Mike, and Nippy, and Carlotta, there she is, chillin'. There you go. That's a very good way to say it, chillin'. Now moving forward. R&R, Corey D, have a great weekend. Mr. Phillips, Jesus Christ, Laura, you're divine. Kimberly, Jennifer Garcia, Jennifer G, I like seeing you here. Sarah Bear, Pidgey Page, Cleety. Whoops, what's going on? Whoops. Cleety, Mizu, Niffy, Sarah Bear, Was. Herbie, Mizu, 5280 all day. Paige, Jesus, and Shiny, and D. Anderson, and Sean P. and Carlotta, Nippy. Pacers, Pops is leaving now. I want you to know 4 agreements on the show. Number 1, be impeccable. Number 2, don't take things personally. Number 3, don't make assumptions. Number 4, let's just do our best. Oh, get out of here.